Bogart scot-free in every sense of the word. I keep my hands clean, sanitized. I've been analyzed the streets, found a way. Now I try to find his feet. Moody A, the lifestyle blinding me. Gotta be an angle here. It's all geometry. It was all a dream. Like the late great notorious, the road less traveled, the road less glorious.
The abyss of these bubble weight bitches. Still I rise in the midst of demons, blocking views and pictures on the slide of future menus. Looks bright on the new venues. Pressed it on wax, watch the saga continue. Lessons to facts, it's all something we've been through. Growing pains no longer holding pain, that's just something I don't do. Ventilation's a healthy process to a regimen focused with lit views. Don't fall for traps, don't be confused, don't let them get you.
Welcome in. What's up, everybody? I figured that we would get in here and do a little show tonight for SuperDraft Pro tomorrow, seeing as the contest starts at, I guess it would be 1 o'clock Eastern time. So, I mean, I was supposed to be working tomorrow, but I got called off because we're going to be having a huge freaking storm coming in for, the next 2 days. So there'll be some interesting content coming over the next 2 days because I'm going to have time, and Greg and I are going to collab a little bit and make some cool shit coming up in here in the next couple of weeks. So there's a lot of cool things coming. But yeah, Ronald, I sent you a message because I know you weren't getting some of the, you didn't see it earlier. So I wanted to make sure that you got the message and you could get in here, hang out with us a little bit and, talk shit to us like we were earlier. We always appreciate that. You know that.
Did that guy even end up playing?
I don't know. I wonder. We'll have to look and see. Just check it out a little bit.
I can't even remember what team he was on.
Well, one of the guys played for the Knights, I'm pretty sure. That really weird long name.
Oh, yeah.
I think he played for the Knights, the one that plays like one game every 10 years.
Ronald, what team does O'Brien play for? Do you know?
Let's see. O'Brien.
Yeah, that guy. The weird name guy only played like once a month.
Let me look. I'm looking now, brother. He plays for Calgary, I think.
I don't think Calgary played today. They play tomorrow.
Is it Shane O'Brien?
No, I thought it started with an L.
Liam plays for the Coyotes. Maybe that's who it was. The Yotes, right?
That is what, Arizona? Arizona, right?
Yeah.
See if he did anything.
Let's go wild, baby. Let's go. Joe Mama World in the house. What's up, brother? Joel, man.
The Coyotes did win, at least. Let's see if we can find out. Brian had one shot, and that was it.
Yeah, terrible. So he
was on the court he was on the ice for 11 minutes.
That means he got what, 1.5, right? It's 0.75 per shot, right? Shot on net. You should see your look right here. Yeah, but then he times multiplier, 2 times multiplier. So he would have had a 1.7 or 1.5, Ronald. He would have been a beast today.
Yep.
Oh shit!
When it helps.
Anyway,
let's put it that way.
Oh my god!
How did our guy do?
We talk about McDavid, right?
Yeah.
And he played for. Edmonton. I didn't get my lineup in time. I wish David was in here because he played the lineup.
He didn't have the best day, but more than 1.5.
More than 1.5. Yeah, that's all that matters. Did he get more than 1.5? I think McDavid plays for
Edmonton. He played against the Wild tonight.
Connor McDavid?
Yeah. See, where's that at?
I'm looking right.
There we go.
What?
Box score. Let me look. Should play Boldy.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, Boldy.
I forgot he existed. McDavid had 3 shots on goal.
Ooh. So he got 3 points.
So he was slightly better.
Oh. 0.75 times 1 times 3. Yeah, he still did better. Barely.
Yeah, barely. He had a very bad game for him, but Yeah. Let's see what Joe Mama said.
Yeah, it was
there.
weird. Yeah, Joe Mama. Yeah, we had Dallas winning too. Like, and that sucks.
They
I
were
mean,
heavy
they
favorites.
yeah, for sure. They lost the Yotes, right? Coyotes. When the Coyotes are really
Somehow.
fucking big. I mean, they've been playing really, really bad.
Yeah, they're like 12-33 or something.
Yeah. So they probably what happened was they just came out there like, we don't need practice, and they just lost. So it happens though.
Well, if you look at some of them Coyote guys though, when you were looking through their stats and stuff, they were like really hit or miss though. So some games they do okay, and then other games they just suck. So apparently it was one of those okay games.
I also want to find if I can find the goalie, because I have a website where it shows like what goals are playing, in or out, stuff like that. Obviously, it's a little harder to tell. It's just kind of like basketball where you don't kind of know what players are going to be. But with hockey, goalies they sub in and out all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, we have a good idea. Like not today, but by the time we get to like 8:00 tomorrow morning, we have a decent idea, and most of them get confirmed. Like even if you just use the RotoWire NHL one. If you just Google RotoWire NHL lineups, it pop right up too. Actually, I probably can just leave a link to that too.
Here we go. It's called dailyfaceoff.com. Starting goalies is what you want to go to. So I can leave that link too. Make sure you guys are you can throw it in the chat here if you have yours. But
copyright.
So let's see for today. Yeah, we don't have anything for tomorrow yet.
Yeah, it doesn't have tomorrow's yet, but this is one for RotoWire.
So it has come. Okay, so there's one confirmed goalie tomorrow for. Who is this? So for Philadelphia, the confirmed goalie for Philadelphia is Carter Hart.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're projected to lose. And that one has the highest implied goal total.
And then the Boston Bruins and Colorado game, Jeremy Swayman is likely to be the starter.
Yeah. Who is it? Who they have down for Colorado?
For Colorado, they have Darcy. Dude, he's so good. He was really good here for a while, too.
They got him and they got Francois, too. And they're both kind of back and forth. Who do they have for Carolina? Because Carolina's got Anderson and whoever the other guy is. Can't remember.
Let's see.
Ranta and Anderson are the two for Carolina. Those are the ones we got to pay attention to is who it ends up being for Colorado, who ends up being for Carolina, especially since they're both projected to win. And they're both road teams.
And Ronald, I don't remember if you said that you had Twitter or not, but anybody that's on here, make sure you're following our Twitters because we're going to start posting this stuff. Like our goalie, like where to find goalie stuff, where to find information for players that are going to be in and out because it's important for these kind of games, especially with hockey for goalies. Like they can switch that shit out anytime. It's crazy. It's stupid.
At least for the most part, they announce it pretty decent ahead of time. It's not like basketball.
Yeah.
Where it's like sometimes basketball, it's like 5 minutes before the game. Or, Rudy Gay a minute and a half before the game. Or Paul George last year, 5 seconds after the game starts.
Yeah, it's stupid. And Ronald, don't worry, buddy. I'll make sure I'll send you shit straight. I'll hook you up, man. You're always here hanging out with us. So I'll send you the link. I'll send you it here soon so that you at least have it. What's up? There's David.
There's David. So he said, I don't even know how to say that name. Had 1 assist, 4 shots on goal, 4 points. McDavid
had 0.75. That means he had less than he only had 1 shot.
I said he had 3 in the box score. Something ain't right.
And so Giussano had 1 assist and 4 shots on goal. So 1 assist would be 3 points.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It's 3 points, and then 4 shots on goal are 1. So that's 7. Then whatever his multiplier is. So you had that's a good game. It's a pretty good game for a player.
It's all right.
Well, it depends on the multiplier.
Yeah. But could be worse.
Yeah, those centers today sucked ass.
Well, it's like when we were looking at them, it's like, okay, you got a 50-50 shot they do anything. And then like we talked about Pavelski, who he had 1 assist and that was about it. I know that. When I looked at that. He had the assist on the only goal they scored though.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. The centers today, I was looking. Yeah, when we were going through it, it's just like, oh, made me want to vomit a little bit. I was like, these guys, how are they even like
Yeah.
professionals?
Well, they weren't very consistent for fantasy purposes, at least. And then like the wings, like there was like probably 10 different wings you could play. They were like decent.
And I hope everybody at least made a little bit of money today on NASCAR. That shit was crazy. I mean, the crashes. I mean,
There was only 15 drivers
most
that actually finished the race.
and the most played player, you know, crashed like early.
Yeah. Well, Hamlin crashed. Him and Will Byron, and I think one of the Bushes crashed. And it was because of Brad Keselowski, but he didn't crash. And then Stenhouse crashed later in the like at the very end, which screwed me over because of Brad Keselowski too. And then Keselowski got like fourth. He's like,
what happens if
he's
you
like,
cause the accident, you lose a lot of points.
yeah, I mean, he's known for doing this sketchy crap. Like everybody hates him, especially Kyle Busch. He really hates Keselowski.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be happy if somebody rammed into me at that speed.
Yeah.
But I guess let's get into it. We can talk a little bit of hockey. Then we can do some bullshit and get into some other things, you know. All right, let's see. Let's pull up some notes.
Yep. So once again, it's only 3 games that we're doing tomorrow. And you start off with Colorado and Boston. Boston's the home team, but Colorado is the favorite at minus 170. Top scorer is still Kadri for the for Colorado Avalanche. He's a guy that's going to look pretty good once again. For Boston, it is Pasmak. We're going to go with Pasmak. Some of these names are not the easiest to say. The over-under
you thought basketball was hard.
You had a whole bunch of Europeans and Russians and all this stuff.
Yep.
French Canadians and everything too. Nothing wrong with all these countries, but they just don't have the easiest names in the world to pronounce. But that over-under is 6 goals. So that's probably that's expected to be the most competitive game, at least. Then we move down to Carolina and Philadelphia. Carolina is minus 210 favorites. And their top scorer is still Io, who we had the other day. And then for Philadelphia, it looks like Giroux. And then the over-under is 6.5 goals on that game. So probably don't want to play the Philadelphia goalie in that game. Probably. But, you know, these things could be wrong, too. Vegas is just guessing like we are, too.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get down to Winnipeg and Calgary. Calgary is minus 230 favorites. Top scorer for Winnipeg is Connor, and the top scorer for Calgary is Gaudreau. We're gonna go with Gaudreau, and then his the over under of that game is 6 goals. So those are definitely the very basic, at least, that we're looking at to start with. In terms of Vegas and all that fun stuff. Get down to centers. So the centers that we do have here, Io at 1. He's been very good. He's probably the best one that's on the slate. We got McKinnon or McKinnon, however you want to say it. 1.25. Yeah, 1.25. Then Backlund's there at 1.3. He's a little bit risky. And then we got Scheffler, who's at 1.4. That's kind of risky too. And then Kadri's down there at 1.65 for whatever reason. So probably going to end up playing him. Probably at least the lineup that I built already. Ao and Kadri were in there, and that seemed like the safest bets to me, at least.
Is Xander Schauffele's cousin playing hockey or what?
It's a different spelling, but
I was just kidding.
This one could be like Scheffler instead of Schauffele too. I don't know. It's probably some weird French version of it. So Ronald said Hart is great, but he's getting no help from all the other defenders. Well, that's probably not a good reason to play him, I guess, tomorrow either. But
ooh, look at this. Joe Mama said my driver survived, triple my money on the crapshoot. Yeah, I mean, so I think I had 4 drivers finish. Well, I guess they didn't because we had LaJoy, right? And he got knocked out at the end.
Yeah, he got knocked out towards the end though too. But
he was actually a good champion. He wasn't a bad play.
So my best lineup was really good. I was up to like 20th place, and then Stenhouse and what's that guy's name? Gregson. They both crashed like the last 10 laps. And then I went from 20th to 121st.
Yeah, it's
just like that.
Yeah, I mean, not something you can really predict. People crashing.
And the worst part was like
some like where you've seen it in the past where somebody's going to be an asshole, and they just like, oh well, I'm not going to win, so fuck this guy, like crash into
the worst was Stenhouse too, because like he was going to finish top 5, and then instead of finishing top 5, he finished like 21st, which is a big deal.
No, yeah,
like he had a chance of winning the race if he didn't crash, but oh well, it is what it is, I guess.
it is. I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, this is
the racetrack crash.
Yeah,
not all races are this bad.
No, it's the Daytona.
Yeah, and everybody wants to win it, and everybody's trying to do anything they can to win it. So, but shout out to Austin Cendric, who ended up winning. Somebody said he was a rookie, and kid started off he started off high up in the field, and he ended pretty well, and he actually got Blaney behind him, and Blaney kind of helped him protect him, so at least till the end. So teammates do that, I guess, but it kind of sucks that actually if you play Blaney and him, you probably did pretty well, even though they both started right towards the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be great, dude. You got to be a baller. I mean, winning the Daytona 500 as a rookie. Whew.
Yeah. Well, I think they said like his grandpa won the Indy 500 too, so he's got good bloodlines.
Yeah.
But moving back to hockey real quick, we got forwards. There was Connor, who was one of the top scorers. Pass mark. Well, I think he made a pass mark there. I think it's just pass mark, but he's at 1.15. Giroux's at 1.45. Lidholm, who's actually plays center, or at least from what I've seen, he plays center for one of the teams too. He looked pretty decent. He's at 1.5. He's the guy that I might actually consider now. And then I think this is just it looks like Lafton, but it's probably pronounced differently. But he's at 1.15. He looked pretty decent too. Gaudreau's at 1.55. He's a pretty decent play. Then we got our boy from a couple slates ago, we're Ratataten and at 1.6.
Ratataten.
Yeah, I mean, like there's an interesting group there. I think the forwards is probably where you can kind of differentiate yourself a little bit, because I think Io and Kadri are probably the centers that you want to play. And then when you get down to goalies, there's a couple different ones you can pick from. And then when you go to the forwards, there's a decent group here, especially even if you don't want to play Connor and you want to play guys that are a little bit higher multipliers. You got a lot of guys from 1.45 to 1.6 that you can pick from, even if you just want to pick 3 of those ones.
Oh, David.
Yeah. In terms of defense, the defenders, D'Angelo and Slavin are both at 1x. They both look decent, but they only got the 1x multiplier. Typically, when I've been playing the NHL so far, I like to have my defenders have a little bit higher multiplier. Mocker is at 1.4 still for some reason, so he looks pretty good. His teammate Toe is at 1.5. He's done pretty well most of the time. I think right now I have Mocker and Riley looked all right at 1.7. And then I found Anderson and Morrissey after that. And I just combined those two together. Anderson was at 1.75. Morrissey's at 2. Morrissey's kind of interesting at 2x multiplier. Like he has some upside there. Then we get down to the goalies. So we got Markstrom, who is the goalie for Calgary, or at least should be. He's at 1.1. And then we got Francois and Kemper, whoever ends up starting for Colorado, is at 1.1 and 1.2. And then out of Ranton and Anderson, whoever ends up starting for Carolina, we got 1.1 and 1.3. So if Anderson ends up starting at 1.3, he's probably going to be pretty interesting. Again, he's probably going to be the guy I play at goalie.
Yeah, Anderson or Kemper. Kemper's really good.
Yeah, especially like one of those two should be starting between their teams, but it's just like both teams kind of have 2 goalies, so I had to list both, especially since we don't know at this point in time who it's going to be at least.
Set some lineups, man.
Yeah.
All right. If you have not been here before to talk some SuperDraft with us, this is SuperDraft. This is the platform that we play on. Anyways, this is awesome new platform. It's been backed by Caesars, so it's kind of a big deal. Yeah, I mean, you come in here if you signed up and you're on the subscription, you can play in all 50 states, and it's legal in Canada now. But yeah, That's what makes it illegal, the subscription, which is dope. You can't play, if you're in a state where you can't play like DraftKings or FanDuel, you can get in here and you can play this, and at least
Yep.
you can't get in the cash game side yet where you can play all the huge prizes, but there's a lot of other stuff in here that on the SuperDraft Pro side that they don't have on the cash game side of SuperDraft. So we want to get everyone in here playing. There's going to have some cool stuff. I think in March Madness there's going to be some big things coming from March Madness brackets and stuff like that, but I believe you're going to have to be on the subscription side to be playing on that stuff. So even if you want to get in on the free and fun, I mean, I really recommend getting in and playing because some things are going to come, and you're going to want to be involved in this by the time, if you're into football and stuff like that, you're really going to want to be involved in this by the time it starts up again next year. So. So this is kind of the basic platform. This is how we jump in here. You're on the featured page. You'll scroll down here and you'll see subscription featured contest. So we have an elite. We are on the elite subscription, so we get technically now they're doing 3 contests per each. So you get 3 entries per each. If you're on the elite subscription, you get the elite, the premium, and the basic subscriptions. So you can play all 3 of them, and that means you have 9 total entries, which is pretty dope because we've been kind of mixing it up, and at least one of our entries will hit, which is nice.
Yeah. And that's the nice thing about it too is like you can play 3 different ones if you want, or you could play all 3 of the same ones. So if you get first place, then essentially you just tie for first, second, and third, and get split that money. But you can do it 2 different ways, especially it just depends on what it is too, because like maybe this contest with NHL, you just want to play 3 of the same ones just because there's only 3 games, 6 different teams to pick from. So there's not a lot of players to go around. But at the same time, you could also go, if we say we just want to play those 2 centers of AO and Kadri, and then say we got these 5 or 6 forwards that we want to kind of mix and match. You can play, 2 different forwards in one, 2 different forwards in another one, 2 different forwards in another one. Or if you want to switch up the goalie in one of them, you can do that. Or if you want to switch up a couple of the defenders, you can do that too.
I think that's kind of what we're going to do. We're just going to keep kind of doing that. Maybe in these smaller slates, we'll just do 2 the same, and then we'll mix one up.
Yep.
And then maybe we just hope that our original one hits. But, I mean, we have been doing pretty good of, like, picking out some good players, especially with the UFC. We killed it.
Yeah. This week, like I said, this week was a little bit easier for UFC, thankfully. But we'll see what it looks like. We'll see if there's a bigger slate and bigger names the next week at least.
And Joe Mama, yeah, for sure. The multiplier versus the salary cap is super dope. It just makes things a little bit more interesting. You can play anybody you want, which is the best part. It also makes it a little bit more hard because you're like, well, I just want to play it over the top. Well, sometimes somebody at the bottom's gonna go off and they're gonna score way more points than the guy at the top. So the best thing about it is you can build your lineup pretty much any way you like. And I think it makes it more different because with the salary, everyone kind of has to build their lineups to, work.
Well, it adds another element, and kind of like what we were talking about with NASCAR before, is you got the element already of picking guys that you're either going to win, picking guys that are going to finish higher with their place differential, and then you add the place differential, and then you add the multiplier on top of it too.
But the multiplier can also hurt you, so got to be careful there too.
Especially with these goalies. If your goalie just kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yep. 100% agree. All right, let's get in here. Let's look. I mean, I'm already starting Aho. I mean, this dude's been a beast.
Yeah.
He's been so good.
I think at center, it's just easy to play Aho and Kadri too. And like, so here's the thing. I think it was Lidholm and I think Lawton are both like listed as centers on FanDuel, but they're listed as wings or forward. I guess it's wings. I don't know why I wrote forward on the thing. I'm thinking soccer terms now, but they're both listed as wings on SuperDraft, so it's kind of nice. So it kind of limits that center down just a little bit. But
so I mean, Makinen's a good play, but I think we're gonna go. I think we're probably going Kadri.
Yeah, just like these multipliers on some of these guys are just like too high still for hockey. I feel like there's definitely a way that you can exploit hockey on SuperDraft at this point in time, especially like if you actually follow it pretty hard. Just because some of the multipliers don't update as quickly as as some of the other sports, at least at this point in time.
Let's look through some of these guys because, I mean, like Coyle might be a good play.
Who's that? I'm trying to remember. There's something bad about him. I don't remember what it was. He was like a super risky play though. Like when I was looking through a lot more of his stats, like over on FanDuel, just because they have the most recent stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's risky. 1.75 is going to show that he's risky. Let's see Bergeron.
He's kind of up and down too.
Well, I mean, the only thing that sucks too is like you said, it hasn't gotten updated on the graph.
We don't have the last week
graph, but at least they update the summary a little bit.
Let's say upper body, so he's been kind of banged up too,
coming off of an injury. So here's kind of some of the stuff too you look at. You know, you have your fantasy points per game, and then it kind of gives you with the multiplier, so you can kind of see where they're kind of been
average.
doing. They're average. So I mean, I like Mackinnon. I mean, we can go to Sheffley too. I mean,
he's been really hit or miss. So
yeah, I mean that's a huge hit right there. Sheffley scored 3 goals, 1 in power play. I mean, in the last couple games, dude, he's scored goal.
Yeah. For me,
he scores lots of goals.
Yeah. For me, I like Kadri, but
we might have to get a lineup with him in it just because it's showing him. I don't know why it's showing him this so terrible, but if we're looking here at what's happening, 3 goals, scored a goal, 2 shots. I mean, that's not huge. I mean, that's 6 plus, so that's 8 plus his multiplier. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And another goal and 2 assists, and another goal and assists. You know, another goal, 3 shots, block shots. I mean, it seems like pretty consistent. I mean, it just depends on how often he's playing. I mean,
let me look at this real quick. I like just having the ability. So he had that big game on the 16th against Minnesota, but then the next 2 games. So the last 2 games against Edmonton and Seattle, he's been really bad. He's only had 1 shot in those 2 games apiece. And then
we're gonna go. I'm gonna pick a guy out. We'll kind of look it through him. We'll talk through him, and then I want you to look up his stats since this isn't really as updated as we want it to be.
Because some of the stuff is only updated to like the first on.
Yeah,
it's
I like
before their All-Star break, essentially.
Scored a goal. I mean, I like seeing anytime I see a goal scorer. Or another thing to look at too is like guys on power that get opportunities to do power plays. Like that's another thing that I like because there's more opportunity for someone to score a goal. Assist, goal. Like
so, Kadri's had a goal or an assist in 5 out of the last 6 games, and the only it's 5 out of the last 7 games. And then one of the games that he didn't have a goal or assist, he had 9 shots, and the other game he had 2 shots. So he had like 1 bad game in the last 7 games, essentially.
What's up, Dan? Says, hey guys, been catching you recently. First time responding. Yeah, hey. Anytime everyone comes in here and chats, we want to give everybody, an opportunity to be seen, being heard, because that's what we do here. So, and Ronald, what's up? He says, what up, Dan?
Yeah. Kadri's been really good the last 10 games.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. I mean,
based on what
even looking at his chart from the past, he's been consistent in the past too. So I mean, it's not.
Yeah. Going back to Bergeron, he's had 4 games that we consider good in the last 10 games. Who's the other guy again? Shoffley. So he was down the past 2 games, but he had a good little streak before that where he had about 4 or 5 games in a row. That was pretty good. Then he had a down game, okay game, a down game. So he's just kind of been all over the place.
Look up Steppen. Derek Steppen.
Which one's
Hurricanes?
Hold on, let me see. Which position is it? He's a center too.
Center, yeah.
Oh, here he is. He hasn't done. He had one game that was he had like 2 games that were okay in like the last 8.
I don't like that.
He's really, really hit or miss, and he only plays like 10 minutes a night.
All right, let's see. What about Vincent Trocheck?
Trocheck.
He also plays for the Hurricanes, and he's also a center. So it looks like he might have been coming off an injury.
Yeah, so let's see.
Dealing with upper body injury in Curtin Fryer's game against Nashville.
Yeah, he just did like he had like a little stretch where he was okay, but other than that, like he's just super hit or miss too. Looks like.
I mean, this is good. I mean, with the multiplier, he might be somebody I'd be interested in.
Yeah, maybe if you want to take
I like Kadri's the smartest play, most likely. I mean,
the way he's just been the most consistent out of the bunch lately. So let's see here. I'm gonna bring this up too because Dan just said, we talk about the new props on SuperDraft, liking the new option on the site. So yeah, it's a very nice option on the site. We've talked a little bit of props. I do a lot of prize picks myself, so some of the ones that cross over between prize picks and SuperDraft I've been mentioning, and we've mentioned it several times too, but we'll probably doing a little bit more of that in the future too.
So I'm gonna do a little research. So you guys know, I'll do a little research tomorrow. The worst thing about it is I haven't seen a spot on the site. I'll talk to Joe Mama because he knows a lot more about this site. He's been involved with it a lot more than I have. I mean, he's been with with SuperDraft a lot longer than I have. So I'm gonna ask him and see what I think you can hop on. We can pull it up somehow where we can.
There's a way to do it.
So I know on the app doing that too. Yeah, on the app you can do it, but yeah, I actually like playing the props now. It's actually been a lot of fun. But also we are gonna start doing some prize picks too at some point. That's gonna be another show we're gonna be doing too. But yeah, it would be nice to be doing some props on SuperDraft Pro as well, because yes, it is very fun, and they're not doing a terrible job. I mean, especially for them just coming out with the props. So
yeah, which I mean, like they're connected to Caesars too, so they're probably just using a lot of the similar lines too.
Yep.
I would assume.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the coolest things about this, about SuperDraft is being connected to somebody like Caesars.
Yep.
And Ronald coming in saying, "Good graph." But here's the thing though, is it's like 15 days ago or 20 days ago. Like
some of them are like 10 days ago. So I'm just messing around here too. So the Atlanta Skog, I didn't have him on the list, but the last time they did play against Boston, he had a goal and assist and 2 shots on goal. So
where is he at?
I don't remember what he is. He's a wing.
Okay, we'll get to that.
I can't keep calling him forwards.
Other guy I think I wanted to look at, was it Stahl?
Who?
Jordan Stahl. Shit.
He is center. Hold on.
It's just higher multipliers,
Yeah.
It's just looking at this graph, it's not the best, like just because of seeing what his points are.
I mean, like he's had a couple of good games, but then he also has games like where he's on the ice for like 16 minutes and does nothing but skate around apparently. Yeah.
I mean, in this lineup, we're going to play a pretty safe first lineup, and then our third lineup will probably play something crazy like we always do, and that's the best part about that is our crazy lineup in UFC is the one that went bananas and won a 6th place. So,
yep. Let's see.
We'll throw Kadri in here.
I think he's safe.
It's crazy too, playing a lot of away. We're playing away teams, but
all the away, so 2 out of 3 away teams are favored. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like in hockey that really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter too much.
Ice is ice. All right, let's get into some wings.
You see that comment?
What's up?
If the graphs go up, my girlfriend drafts them. There's no thought involved, and she just somehow does just fine. I mean, There's obviously trends.
Look at Ronald coming in quick.
Oh,
I know, I agree 100%. I mean,
for the most part, it's just with
if
hockey.
it was updated, and we were looking at graphs from yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, it would be a little bit different than 20 days ago, 10 days ago. But I know, Ronald, it's more updated in basketball and football and shit like that. But hockey, I mean, they update the news. But
hockey's apparently not the biggest priority right now, but that's okay. It's still
soon.
functional.
At least this week. It's gonna have to be this week because there's nothing else going on.
Pretty much. So I think this one will be a main slate. Probably Tuesday will be like a single game slate, I would assume.
Yeah, and then we'll be talking probably golf on Thursday because golf on Wednesday just because it's gonna be on Thursday.
Yep. Did I put this game up? Hold on.
That one's almost one of my favorite shows. I like talking golf is fun because people are like, "Oh, it's so boring." I'm like, have you watched golf? It's probably one of the hardest sports you'll ever see played.
And right now, like, I don't think people realize like how good like a crop of golfers there actually is right now. Like, these are some like everybody knows like when Tiger was playing, like everybody like, oh, that was awesome because Tiger was so good and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But right nowadays, there's so many good golfers compared to like what it was back in the day.
No, I agree. 100% with that. I mean, you had a couple other golfers too that did really, really well, but it was mainly Tiger. But
actually,
there's a lot of good golfers that are in that same range that are fighting for that top spot for the FedEx right now. So,
well, and I like it better this way because it focuses on like everybody. It's not just like focusing like back in the day. They only focused on Tiger. They only focused on like Phil Mickelson and like one or two other people, and that was it.
Well, a couple of years ago, they were kind of doing that too. It was like Spieth and like Fowler and like Bubba and like Watson.
When Rory was good too.
Yeah, Rory. That's what I was looking for.
But nowadays, like, there's so many good young players.
Oh yeah, yep.
Can you look up
I
this
love
guy?
my boy Zalatoris.
What's the multiplier for Couchchuck at on SuperDraft?
Couchchuck.
Yeah.
What's this guy? What's he doing his off time? Throwing couches. Just said Couchchuck.
No. TKA Chuck. What's his multiplier? 1.4? He's didn't play too. I don't know why I didn't have him on the list, but I just found him now. He's actually been doing pretty well.
Ronald's gonna hate this graph.
Well, Ronald, guess what? He scored a goal and assist last game, a goal, 2 assists the games before that, a goal the game before that, an assist the game before that, an assist the game before that, a goal and 2 assists the game before that. And then he had 1 down game. So the last like 5 games, he's been pretty good.
What do you think, Ronald? Oh, he likes this graph. But it goes from 15 down to like 0.
Because he's due. Well, he scored a goal in 3 straight.
Due.
He scored a goal in 3 straight games. So I don't think you can even argue that he's due at this point.
We'll look at Lindholm. Let's look at Lindholm too. What do you think about Lindholm?
That was one of the guys on my list too.
He's like, Ronald says, my wife and kids slept all day long, just been smoking, playing Madden, watching movies, been all chill day. Hell yeah, it sounds like a all bad.
Yeah, Lindholm's on Calgary too, but he's scored. Calgary must be playing really well lately because he scored a goal in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's scored a goal and is the top one. 1.5. He scored a goal in 5 straight games.
That 1.5 multiplier, this guy's graph is fantastic.
Yep.
Ronald would approve of this graph.
Yep. Except that one little game on the 27th. That was against St. Louis, and he took 1 shot that game, nothing else. So
Ronald might say he's due for a down game then.
Well, let's put it this way. He's had a goal or assist every game since January 18th, besides that 1 game. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll throw him in there.
Yeah.
Especially
oddly enough, he's listed as a center on FanDuel, but not on SuperDraft.
All right, let's see. Who else we got in here? Landeskog, somebody I kind of like.
That one is okay because the 1 game's an outlier.
That's funny.
Where were we at? So wings.
Yeah, I got Landeskog. Is that who I got up?
He did good the last time they played Boston. And then who was the other guy for the Avalanche? Rattatanen. Let's see what he did the last time. So last time versus Boston, he sucked. Rattatanen. Landeskog got the goal. Landeskog had a goal and assist last time versus Boston, and Rattatanen just had 3 shots, and that was it.
Rantanen or some shit like that. Must be. I mean, this guy's been okay.
He's been decent lately.
Scored a goal, assist, scored a goal and assist, scored a power play goal, 4
He's been
shots.
taking a lot of shots lately.
I mean, shots are good. They're points. It's 1 point per shot.
He's taking at least 4 shots. He's taking at least 4. He's taken at least 4 shots the last 6 games.
But is Boston his kryptonite?
Maybe.
Is Boston his kryptonite?
What did this guy do? Colorado. Because I was looking at that Pasternak, I don't know, guy for Boston too, but he didn't do the best versus Colorado last time either.
You say he's good with Mikko. Where's Mikko? Did we pull that one up yet?
Who's Mikko? Should I know who Mikko is? Is that Ranston?
Yeah, Ranston, yeah.
But he sucked last time versus Boston.
When was the last time they played? Oh, here we go. It's 26. Yeah, the +1, 1 hit, 2 blocks. Basically just playing defense the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about him. I like these Calgary guys. I like Goudreau. I like, who's the other one that was Calgary too? Chachchuk. I like the Calgary guys, and they're supposed to win. Like, I think they're the heavy favorites to win, right? Yeah, they have the highest odds of winning.
Calgary?
Yeah. So I like Chachchuk and I like Goudreau too. And we already have Lidholm in there too. Calgary just looks good.
All right. What about Toffoli?
Toffolo or something?
Toffoli.
We'll go with that. Let's see. He's not been very good. Yeah, one good. No, whoever CBJ is.
No, he got traded. It looks like. So he was just traded a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. So they must have just got him because, his old stats look pretty good. Like if you look back at whoever he was playing with before, but now he ain't really doing much.
He was playing with Montreal before. Now he's with Calgary.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, he's played 2 games with Calgary and he's got 2 shots. He played 12 minutes a game.
What? It says right here 5 days ago. Scored a goal and 4 shots.
Yeah, that was before he got traded, right?
No, it says 5 days ago. He got traded 7 days ago.
Okay. So he had 1 goal, and so he played 3 games. The first game he got a goal. But he's only playing like 12 minutes with them.
That's not good.
No, but it's because they got all those other guys. They got Lidholm and they got Goudreau and they got Chauchchuk or whatever his name was.
I think we're gonna play Landeskog in this one.
Yeah.
Just because he's already done well against Boston. To me, I like that. That's a good stat for me. Playing against a team that you do well against them. 1 point. 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points, 2+. 1.3 times 9.5. That ain't terrible.
I think you play one of the other Calgary guys. So you either play the Goudreau or you play Chauchchuk. And I have no idea if I'm saying either of those names right.
What's Goudreau? Oh, he's down here. Way
He's
down.
at 1.55. He's their top scorer.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Have they played? Have they played the? Let's see. Have they played the Jets at all?
One big. Let me go back and look.
I don't see anything.
Let's see. Let's see how far back I can dig. Not as far back as I
There
can
we
see.
go. Yeah, there we go. November 27th. He did. I mean, 2
That's
assists.
a while ago.
Yeah, it was really a while ago. But
Yeah, so last game he kind of sucked, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like the 8 games before that, he was really good. And then there was one down game, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
I mean, you're talking about 4 days ago, man. He had a hell of a game. I mean, he had a
So
14,
14 out of the last 16 games, he's been very good. So I'd like those odds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what math.
Well, you see this right
He's got
here.
an 88. He's got an 80%. So it's like 87% chance of being good. I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean, like his game 4 days ago. You know, he had a goal, 6 shots. He dished out 2 assists, and then he went +2. I mean, so
Yeah,
that's a hell of a game.
Ronald said definitely not that one for Tofolo.
All right, let's get into some
Defenders.
Yeah,
I think you like Mocker too, right?
yeah, I like Mocker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you can click these too, brother. You can click on these too. So I'm fine with him. It looks consistent. I like consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mocker is somebody that I kind of liked for a while. I mean,
I don't play
hockey. I used to, but I know Mocker's been really good. It's good.
Yeah. See, I like him. I like the bottom ones that I had. I had Mocker, Toes, Riley, Anderson, and Morrissey. So I like playing 2 out of those 5 guys. I don't like
for a little bit.
What?
Wasn't Toes banged up for a little bit?
Maybe.
We talked about it a couple last week.
I don't like playing Mocker and Toes together though, just because they're on the same team. Defenders.
They're just defenders, though. What does it matter? They're just 2 guys defending the goal.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Because with them, you either need them to kind of do something or get a block shot, and if one of them blocking the shot, the other one ain't.
Well, who's the sniper? I mean, you know, when they go into power play or anything like that, anybody that's sitting up top.
It's Mocker. Mocker has 6 assists in the last 4 games, and he's playing a crap ton of minutes too.
Yeah, then we're gonna go with that. I mean, like I said, that's something I look at too. Like anything, if they get opportunities to go power play, or if there's somebody that sits at the top that's like the sniper, you know, pass it back and they're just up in the corner.
Yeah, Thomas has an assist the last 2 games too, but
assists aren't a lot though. I want goals or block shots or another thing like for especially for defenders.
Defenders, yeah.
Let's see. So a day ago he had assists, 2 shots on net, 1 hit, which is kind of a low game. Yeah. 2 assists, 1 on the power play, 2 shots on goal. I mean, he's not shooting on goal a lot. I mean, he's a defender, so it doesn't really.
You're not gonna get too much there. He's better than most defenders, at least, though. He's not like Josie was the other day, but nobody else is like that, apparently, for the most part.
All right, so what's up, Team Underground? So the difference between SuperDraft compared to DK and FanDuel. So SuperDraft is a multiplier base. If you can see our multipliers over here, if you can see the screen pretty well. I mean, I don't know how it looks on the screen. I should look, but obviously our screen, when you and I are looking at it, it's super tiny.
Yeah.
Just because we have everything else that we have on our screen too going on. But if you look here, you can see the multiplier. Instead of having a salary cap where you have to get all your players into it using a salary, here you can basically play anybody the fuck you want, and you just have to look at their multiplier here. You take their fantasy points that they score in a game, and then you take that times their multiplier. But you also have to think about this. Their multiplier can affect them negatively too. So if there's bad things that are happening too, that also goes times their multiplier. So if Goodrow here was to score a goal, well, a goal is 6 points. Well, then you'd multiply that times 1.55. You know, that's better than somebody who's like Aho. If he were to score a goal, he would just get 6 points. You know, so multiplier is a big thing, and you can find when that really helps with the lower multiplier guys or with the higher multiplier guys is like when there's injuries to players and somebody like, especially in basketball, like if somebody comes in and they have an opportunity to have, you know, 30 minutes or 35 minutes instead of like them playing, you know, 20 minutes, you know, then they go off and then they have the 2 times multiplier. Well, boom. And we've hit on a lot of those guys, which is dope. But yeah, that's one of the big differences too. Here's another really big difference. I'm gonna tell you this: if you win money on SuperDraft, you can take it out immediately. That's one of the best sellers. You can send yourself a digital check. So you go in and you can take your money out basically, and you can send yourself a digital check via email, print that out, sign the back, and then take a picture of it and send it into your bank account, and boom, you have cash and you're freaking right there, ready to go. That's one of the hugest sellers. I mean, how long does it take to take money out of DK? I mean, if you're not making, I know you can get it out. I'm not sure how it really works, but I know it's
couple days.
To get out. Yeah,
couple days.
Yeah, you can pretty much get it immediately as long as it takes however long it takes you basically to transfer money to your bank account via a picture. So however long that takes in your account. That's one of the biggest sellers. Also, if you're playing on the SuperDraft Pro side, which we recommend for sure because there's extra exclusive contests. We pay, you know, $100 a month and we get to play, you know, basically we have 9 lineups that we can play a day. So whatever sport's going on that day, that's in the SuperDraft Pro side, the subscription side, you get 9 shots at winning money. And it's very low players in these contests. They've also been doing some crazy stuff where they've done Pro Bowl ticket giveaways, which you and I almost won tickets to. I finished 3rd, and you finished what, 7th?
Yeah.
So, also they do crazy stuff like swag giveaways. They do, I think, what else have they done? They did other tickets too, I believe. They did tickets to the Pro Bowl, and then they did.
There's one for the Raiders Chargers game, the last game of the year too.
So they just do crazy stuff like that. It's backed by Caesars. Well, Caesars Entertainment has a lot. I think there's a ton of money that they put into this into SuperDraft, which is awesome. Being backed by Caesars is crazy. And now they got the sportsbook running, which is pretty cool. And they just added it to where you could be playing cash, because it was just coins before, which was kind of nice because then you could play it in any place that wasn't legal, you know, to play a sportsbook or SuperDraft. You could basically play it anywhere you wanted it to. That's awesome.
Cool.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, they're doing a contest for the NFL draft in Vegas. Oh, they're doing basically so the contest where you can win tickets to go to the draft. That's dope. Yeah, that's super dope.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. So if you want to get signed up and you haven't got signed up, I actually want you to get this person signed up so they can be under you.
So
with
the,
I gotta post your site if you know what it is.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Just post your site on here and get somebody. I want to get you guys signed up. Even if you want to try the free and fun, I would recommend at least getting on there and trying it, because we're gonna start doing some contests too, where we're gonna have our own separate contests, Coach Craig and I. So you can play alongside of us, play against us, and stuff like that. We're gonna do some stuff for some cash. I'm gonna end up eventually doing some giveaways too. So we'll do some like swag giveaways where we do actual like autographed jerseys and stuff like that too. So we want people getting in and getting in on some of our contests, get in, get signed up and stuff like that. So get signed up under Craig. It helps him out, you know, it helps me out. It helps the show out. Yeah. If you have any questions too, hit Craig up on Twitter, hit myself up on Twitter. I can throw that up here real quick so you can at least have our Twitters. Here's Coach Craig's. This is his Twitter. Make sure you get with this one of us down at least. You should be following us both, because we at least get out whatever information we can about anything that's going on with SuperDraft. Any other stuff that we have or any other content too, we get out, you know, on Twitter, which is nice too. Yep. So if you have any questions, my man, just hit one of us up. we are very open books. We're very open people, and we're willing to answer any questions you have. So yeah, appreciate you coming on and supporting the show, because it really helps out when we get some people in here. Make sure you get subbed up, throw a thumbs up, at least helps us out. Yeah, it's really interesting. I had this brought to me in let's see, October, I think it was October, and I've had a blast. I've won. I mean, you won a shit ton of money on this in the first couple months. You won a ton of money, but
yeah, I was up $600 the 1 month, so that was pretty good. Hopefully, I just win these NFL draft tickets because I want to go anyway. So
yeah, it would be dope. Oh, another thing, Team Underground. Another thing here is, if you're somebody that makes content, or if you have friends that that like to place DFS or anything like that too, you can become a promoter for this shit. That's what we do. We're promoters for SuperDraft, and we get paid. Anytime anybody gets signed up, anything like that, we get paid. So, and it's not like these other places, like where you get paid like a tiny bit of money. Like, you can make some really good money. Joe Mama's World here, he's making a lot of money, and he has a lot of people under him, and he trains all these people how to make money and stuff like that. And that's kind of what we do, and that's what this whole purpose of this show is we want to bring people in underneath us. We want to teach them how to play. We want to teach them how to promote, teach them how to get out there and get this newer platform out there, because this new platform is going to be one of the top elite platforms, just because of who's backing it, just because of some of the extra stuff they got out there and stuff like that. So yeah, Joe Mama's cash, and he's banking. He's been doing really well. And like, we do these shows to help you guys out, to at least make some money. At least here's some of the information we can get out there, so you can take whatever information that we have, either play the same lineups as we do, or take the guys that we have in some of our notes and then just make your own kind of lineups. And David's been trusting us, and David's been cashing out all the time. So just know that if you want to get in here and you want to make a little money, a little extra side money too, there's that opportunity to be doing that while you're still playing, games on the side and making that extra money as well. So that's another thing that's different too. Oh, 100% match, cash matches. That's the crazy thing. Like, a couple weeks ago, Craig won a competition, took first place, and I got what was it, 10% or
20%? I think it's 20.
Yeah, 20% of whatever he made. Since I signed him up, I made money on that. They do 100% matches too. Like in some of the competitions they did for the Super Bowl, 100% match. 100% match. So if you would have won $250, I would have got $250. Also, they also did for the cash side, which is super sweet. If you are a SuperDraft Pro person, so like basically if you're on the subscription side, if you're subscribed, if you got somebody to sign up and they won the contest for the Super Bowl, it was a $25,000 to first. If that person was signed up underneath you, you would have got, was it 10%? I'm pretty sure it was 10%. Yeah, I would have got. So if you would have won, I would have got $2,500 just for signing you up.
Yep.
No other platform I know does that.
Nope.
So that's another thing that's crazy about SuperDraft. I mean, they're givers, and that's what I like about this.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Joel. You're a good dude from Minnesota. You're up here with us in the Midwest.
Hope you're staying warm. This storm that's coming ain't gonna be pretty.
It's gonna be nasty. Yeah. See, Joe Mama said my coach won in the crazy $300 Amazon gift card to the slot tournament this last weekend. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is they doing slots. There's everything's coming out. It's like this is through Vegas, like everybody that runs this is in Vegas, so it's gonna be like that. Just think about how digital everything's going right now. It's gonna be pretty crazy. So, all right, let's get back to this though.
Yep, get back to this lineup real quick. So I think Mocker is the easy one to put in as a defender in this one.
I agree, 100%.
I looked at Riley. I had Riley in mind to start with, but I think I'm between Anderson and Morrissey here. So Anderson is on Calgary, so he looks all right there. But you could also make a case for Morrissey because he's a 2x multiplier. He plays for Winnipeg, and Calgary is going to be trying to score a lot against them, so he might be busy on the defensive end.
I mean, Anderson's a 1.75 too, so I don't hate that.
Yeah, they're both high multipliers. I think you could switch kind of both of them in, and just depend on.
These are things I like to see for a defender, somebody who's got assists and shots, assists and shots.
He does a little bit of everything.
Assists, 3 shots, 2 block shots. 2 block shots for defenders is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Looking at Anderson, he's not a bad play. Who was the other guy?
Morrissey, he's a 2x. So they're both good plays. They're both high multipliers. Just kind of depends. Like if you're writing a narrative that Calgary is going to kick their butt, Morrissey might get a little busy too. So
Ronald will not like this one.
nope. But he's been better as of late though too. So he plays a lot too. Let's see what he did lately again.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not terrible for the 2.2 time multiplier. I mean, looking at his, fantasy points per game, and it's not terrible.
And if they're getting their butts kicked, he's going to be busy trying to stop them from getting their butts kicked.
I don't know. I kind of think I like your first call.
So the last couple of games, at least, he's been playing about 24 minutes a game. But last game, he against Edmonton, so that was against Edmonton. He had an assist, he had a shot, and 4 block shots. Game before that, Morrissey had a goal. He had 5 shots in that game too, and 2 block shots. He's been getting a decent amount of block shots though, and he could be pretty busy in this game. So I like if you're playing multiple lineups, just play like 1 and 1 lineup, 1 and the other. Heck, you could even play both of them together if you don't want to play Mocker. Who are you looking at?
Yeah, I like Anderson. The good thing about defenders is they don't score a lot of points.
No. This kind of like the cheat code is if you can find somebody that has an okay multiplier that scores a decent amount of points, kind of like your Mocker, or even the other day when we had Josie, like Josie's multiplier should be like 1 and it was not for whatever reason.
I mean,
Yeah.
Morrissey, it's crazy. Like if you look at his fucking fantasy points per game, he's doing really well, especially with the multiplier.
For Morrissey?
Yeah.
I like it. I just like him because he's been doing a little bit more lately too.
What about this Grzelcyk?
Let me see. Let me get that back up.
He had an injury. It's a little bit, let's see, probable. That was 7 days ago.
Let's see. He's for Boston. Tournament. Get him up here in a second. Where is this guy at? Did you say Growl? Does it start with a G?
Yeah, Grzelcyk, right? That's what I said.
Yeah. He's really not done too much lately.
You see Ronald.
Oh, so he had. So you see what happens back on January 10th, he had one really big game where he had a goal, 4 assists for a defender. That really inflated his stats there.
Yeah.
So like for a defender, when their points are that low, when you just have like one big blow up game, it can inflate it just enough to make it look really good.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. Ronald says I'm still getting over football hangover, but I will be looking for something in the off season. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to try to at least do some tournaments here and there and stuff like that. And if anybody wants to get in, we're trying to get 5 more players to play in our listener league. We're going to do for basketball half season. So half season is we're going to try to get it. We want to get drafting before this the All-Star break finishes. So we need to get. We're going to do like a $30 buy-in. We're going to be playing SuperDraft Pro scoring, but with no multipliers. So it'll be the same style of scoring that they have on SuperDraft, but without the multipliers. We're also going to basically, so there'll be first, second, third will get cash prize. Oh yeah, Ronald says once we get 4 of them, he's going to be the 5th to sign up. So we're going to be doing a cash prize basically for first, second, third, and then first place will also going to get. We're going to so within reason. We're going to be doing, a jersey giveaway. I'm going to get on Pristine, and whoever wins, just tell me the player you like in basketball, and I'm going to be looking for that jersey for the next couple weeks to see if I can find you something sick, autographed jersey. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing on this channel. Give. As we appreciate y'all being here. Basically, that's what it is.
So I think back to the defender real quick. We play Anderson or we play Morrissey essentially at this point.
I think we're gonna go with Anderson. I mean, I like Morrissey, but it's. Let me look back. Let me look at him again.
He's just been doing a little bit more lately, so.
And they're both in the same Calgary game, right?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, do you want the Calgary guy because Calgary is supposed to win, or do you want the guy that's playing defense against Calgary to try to kind of, like, they're still going to score goals, but if he can stop them just a little bit, he might be their best line of defense.
Yeah, I think this is. Ronald said he hates. He said this is the worst graph he's ever seen.
No, that was the other guy after that, the Boston guy, I think.
Oh,
Maybe I could be wrong though. And then Anderson was the other one. He does a little bit too in terms of assist, at least. So.
What do you think, Ronald? What do you think about that graph? Is this the one you want? Is this the guy you want? We'll fire him up. Well, you know what? In our other lineup, we'll throw the other guy in our.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And like, since we're playing 3 Calgary guys, do you want to play the Calgary goalie in this one then?
Sure, we might as well. Markstrom. Is it Markstrom?
Yeah, Markstrom. Yeah, 1.1, or at least he's expected. Like he should be the guy that's there.
Ooh.
But this is a game they're supposed to win, so. He had some bad games, but they're probably versus better teams too. So.
The Blues.
They won
they played the Blues and they won. Lost 1 and won 1. Blue Jackets, Canucks whooped on them. I mean,
He said, no, Markstrom. So, I mean, if you're not, so Markstrom is like, I'm looking at the teams that are just going to win. So it's Markstrom. Otherwise, you're looking at whoever it's going to be for Colorado, whether it's Kepper or Francois, or you're looking at whoever it's going to be for Carolina, whether it's Anderson or
I like Kemper, man. I'm a huge Kemper fan.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going that way, then I'd probably just play Kemper in one line. I'd probably play Anderson in like a different one then.
Oh, you mean Markstrom?
No, probably Anderson for Carolina.
Oh, Anderson. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I think he's going to start again, but it could be the Ranta guy too. But Anderson's been doing pretty well lately for him. So.
See here. Let's click on this. Let's see what he's done. 28 shots blocked. Shutout. Nice.
Yeah.
About 28 out of 31. Loss. 24-27, another loss. Well, that's because they played the Wild.
Mm-hmm. David says he's going Markstrom in this one. Well, like the thing is, just if you already have like 3, like if you already have like kind of loaded up on Calgary, it makes sense to have the goalie then too.
Nah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're loaded up on Colorado too.
Yeah, I guess. So then we could do Kemper in
this one, yeah. And then we're just gonna be paying attention to. So put.
Yeah.
I will.
So I said no.
He said no, David. Don't play Markstrom.
I mean, like with this lineup, you could just do the 2 different variations right here with Kemper in one and Markstrom in the other one, and then you could just make a third completely different lineup after that.
I mean, we got Colorado guys here too, so
yeah, we got Colorado guys, we got Calgary guys.
So what we could do here is we'll play this same lineup in our second one, and we'll just switch goalies.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
And then our third one will get crazy, I think.
Yeah.
So what we do here, since we have 3 lineups, what we do is we hit enter.
Yep.
And we'll click, and then we'll just do this. This is the best part about this that I actually like now. I can do this and immediately just enter it. And I've got my second one in.
Yeah, so you got the one with Markstrom in, and then you want to do the third lineup with Anderson at goalie then, and then kind of get crazy.
Yeah, and then we'll just build a Carolina team or what?
A little bit. I think with the.
I'm good with Aho. I mean, I'm good with Aho all the way around.
Yeah. We can take Kadri out. We can switch up some of the wings, and we could what if we just play like Morrissey over Mocker in this one, and then we have the kind of 2 high multiplier guys at defenders. Or you could play. God, what team is Riley on? Look at Riley at defender. Yeah, is he on Because he might be on Carolina too. Hold on. The first guy there. Oh, he's on Boston.
Boston.
He got a decent multiplier too. So I mean, if you want to throw him in over Anderson, we can do that because they got similar multiplier. He's been a little bit better as of late too.
Not a lot of news on this guy. He must have had COVID for a while.
Yeah, let's see. Let me go back and look.
Then a month ago he had COVID, and then he didn't. Then no more news for from then to like 3 days ago.
Let me look again. Maybe that's why his multiplier is so high.
Probably.
Let me see him again, because he's like, oh yeah, his price tag was pretty cheap on FanDuel too. It didn't make sense.
Probably because of his COVID shit. Been out for a while. I mean, well, let's look. Let's keep looking. I mean,
so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, he's played like the last 6 games, and he's played, like 18, 21 minutes in those games too. Last game he had 2 assists. The game before that he had an assist. He had 1 down game. Then he had decent block shots, a couple of shots. He's been shooting a little bit too for a defender.
Look up Gerard, Samuel Gerard.
Okay,
plays for Carolina, or plays for the Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, so he's behind Toes and Mocker then, right? Or which?
Yeah, he must be.
Yeah. So yeah, he hasn't done too much lately.
Okay.
He had like 2 okay games, but then he's just got like some assists and block shots in them.
Well, I mean, he's a blocking machine.
Oh, he must have just got traded there too, not too long ago, because he had a game versus Boston, and now he's on Boston. Or no, that's on Colorado. Never mind, I'm stupid.
He's on Colorado. I mean, yeah, I'm saying like 4 days ago he had 5 block shots.
There's that Gerard guy.
Yeah. And then it's like a huge gap though. That's what I'm wondering.
He just hasn't done too much really. Otherwise, he has like a couple okay games, but he's also behind Mocker and Toe, so it's just like it's harder.
Ronald said that's a good graph.
That's a good graph.
He said right there, Gerard, that's a good graph.
Why does he do? I don't know. So last game he had 2 block shots. 2 games ago he had 5 block shots, and he's just blocking shots, but he's not doing much else.
Who was in here for Carolina? Anybody for Carolina that we like? Because if we're gonna play the Carolina goalie, do we want to play any? We just want to play scorers.
Probably just scorers. D'Angelo's fine, but he's a 1x.
We got Aho in there too, so we're good with that.
Who's the other defender here? Let's see real quick. Priest?
D'Angelo? He's a one-timer.
Yeah, that's the bad thing. He's good, but he's only a 1x multiplier.
Yeah, I'm reading some of the stuff, and it's just 4 shots.
Yeah. He's good, but he's just not he's a defender and he's only a 1x. He's done really well lately, but it's just hard to play a defender with a 1x, I feel like, at least.
McAvoy, what do you think about him? Charlie McAvoy for Boston.
Let me see. God, how many defenders does Boston have?
All of them.
Oh, McAvoy. There we go. He's just been super consistently blah. He's not he's probably not gonna help. If you want, he's that guy, if he's not ever gonna hurt you, but he's never gonna help you. That's what it looks like. And what was he? And he's at.
Yeah, we're gonna start Gerard just because we're gonna play some high multipliers on this one.
Yeah, so you can do that. Gerard. Let's see what we can do here too for the wings.
Well, let's fill our centers. I mean, I like Matt, and I like.
You want to take a chance? You want? What is go to a wing real quick. SVE. What's his multiplier? 1.3.
Svechnikov.
He's had some really good games. He's had big games. but he's also had some really inconsistent games. Let's see who else.
Which one are you talking about? What is this?
The one for Carolina. Carolina one.
Andre. Ooh, yeah, I kind of like this guy. Let's see.
He's the boom bust guy. Like, he's either going to do awesome or he's going to be terrible. There's no
he plays on. He looks like he gets the power play minutes. I like that.
Yeah.
In the last 2 games, I mean, I guess, and maybe I can't say last 2 games, but the last 2 games of news they have here, he scored 2 goals in each of those games.
Let me go back here real quick. So last game, he just took 5 shots and didn't do anything. The game before that, he had 2 goals, an assist, and 3 shots and a block shot. Then he had 1 bad game, and then he had 2 goals against Minnesota. He had 2 assists and a goal against Boston. Like, he's really feast or famine.
What about his brother?
Oh, we don't even know if he's brothers.
Well, I mean, they got the same last name. That last name is crazy.
That dude's not good. He plays like 5 minutes a night if he's lucky. he consistently takes 1 shot a night, though, even though he only plays 5 minutes. So you have to hope that he actually scores on his shot, and he hasn't scored a goal since the beginning of January. That game, he took 4 shots. He's like the guy that plays in blowouts, it looks like. Or something like. We put you in when everybody else is tired. Something about Poink.
Yeah, Poink.
Who's Poink?
Let's see
what is the real guy. Where the heck's Poink at? He's not a wing. Is he?
No. Look at center.
Nope. Is Poink a real guy? Or is this a nickname for somebody?
I don't see him anywhere.
I don't see any Poink either. It must be a nickname for somebody.
Who's Poink? Ronald?
We don't know.
All right, let's see. Let's finish centers.
Okay.
Who we got that's a crazy multiplier at center? I don't want to be too fucking
I'm just like messing up my letters.
Oh.
There's a guy on the list. Oh, who's the guy on the list? Let me go back.
Oh.
Who's on the list that looks like Poink? I don't know. You want to play that Shoffley guy?
Bossmark.
You want to play Shoffley guy, right?
Shoffley? Oh, yeah.
Shoffley or Shoffley, whatever the heck you want to call his name. Who the heck's Poink? Or even dyslexic for Poink.
Giroux. No.
No. Unless it's that pass mark or that autocorrect pass mark, whatever his name is.
All right, I'm gonna pull the list up. Tell me what you think. Tell me who it is. Tell me when to stop.
Go up a little bit. It's probably not a goalie. We've already talked about all the goalies. So we got Io, McKinnon, Backlund. I was literally looking on the graphs, apparently.
Oh.
I
don't remember a Poink.
Well, he said it was dyslexic for some, but I think you really want to play that stall guy, don't you?
Kinda.
Let me look again.
You said he had. I mean, it doesn't show a lot for his.
So he had a goal the last game. He played 16 minutes and did nothing the game before that. He had an assist the game before that. He played 15 minutes against Minnesota and did nothing. Who they play? He had a goal and an assist versus Boston, though. Then he did nothing. Like, he's got a whole lot of nothing in here.
Okay, that's fine.
There's just not that much upside either. Just play the Shoffley guy or Sheffley or whatever.
Scored 3 goals. Yeah, I mean, I like this graph. Doesn't say a lot. I mean, it kind of says a little bit, but looking at his news and like.
Yeah, just play the Sheffley guy.
He's been doing pretty well.
If he hits, he hits. If he doesn't hit, he's not good. But So who else do we want to play at wing? So a couple other. You want to play Chuck at wing since we didn't play him in the other one? TH whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Maybe that's Poink.
Okay.
Is that Poink?
Is that Poink?
It could be. It doesn't look good, but he's had some decent games recently.
Let's
I don't know.
see.
He's done a little bit more
A lot
recently.
of goals. He's had a goal at least almost in every game.
Yeah.
Last couple games.
Yeah. What is God? Yeah, try him. Put him in this one. And then from there, God, was this Lawton guy doing anything? I had him on my list. Lawton, whatever you want to call him.
Oh shit, Hall's in here. Dude's awesome.
You want to try this guy?
Who?
Lawton or Lafton, however you want to say it. Spell laugh. Just get there. You'll get there if you spell laugh. So last game sucked, but before that he had the 3 games before that he scored a goal in each of them. Then an assist, he scored a goal, he had an assist. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of the last 7 games have been good for him. Just the last game wasn't.
5 game, yes. 5 game, 6-point scoring streak.
Yeah.
3 goals, 3 assists. He looks okay.
He's interesting.
For a wing, though, I mean, it's 1.55, and it doesn't make my.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to look at this Hall guy. Let's see.
Who?
Hall.
Say Hall or Paul?
Hall. Like walk down the hall. He's a left.
Which one? T Hall?
Taylor, yeah.
The last 2 games were good. Then there was like 3 bad games. Then there was 2 good games. Then there was like 3 bad games. Then a good game. Then a bad game. Then a good game. Then a bad game. Then a good game.
I mean, this is what I like.
Let's see what he did.
5 shots.
He did very bad against Colorado the last time.
I don't like to hear that.
Yeah. He's kind of that risky guy, though, if you really want to get risky.
This lineup is very. Oh, you know who we have? Did we play Rantanen? Rantanen,
Yeah,
the other one?
we put him in the other ones.
We did?
Yeah.
I may be fine playing him still with that multiplier.
Was the
Niederreiter. Let's see what he's doing.
Who?
Niederreiter. He used to play for the Wild.
Oh boy. How you spell his name?
With an N.
Oh,
Nieder or Nieder. Derreiter. Niederreiter.
Where the heck is this guy? Oh, there he is.
1.9 multiplier.
He had an assist the last game.
Yeah, it's boring. It's not enough.
He's not done a lot.
Ugh.
He's just a backup guy at this point. Play Westbrook. You never want to play Westbrook. I don't care if Anthony Davis is out. The only time you play Westbrook is when Anthony Davis and LeBron James are both out. So
let's see. All right, he said Neil Poink. Ronald said Neil Pionk.
Neil?
Pionk.
Oh, there is a guy that's called that.
What does he play? Defender?
Defense. And he doesn't look that good either.
What? Get out of here, stupid.
For Winnipeg. Like he had like 2 good games. He had like 3 good games in the last 20 games. He plays a lot of, or he was playing a lot of minutes. His minutes have actually gone down the last couple of games. That graph makes him look way better than he actually is. Oh, they had the like 2 games that he was good in there.
He's been out like with COVID and non-related injuries and shit too.
And he's only 1.3. Yeah.
Nope. I think he's worse than the guy that you guys told David not to play. So I mean, we can. Let's see. What's a Pasternak?
So what now?
Pasternak.
Oh, I was looking at him. He's interesting, but his multiplier is just low.
Yeah, I know, but he's shown that he can score over 10 points.
Yeah, he's got high upside. I'll give you that.
I mean, in this, let's try to get one guy in there we think he can hit like that.
He had a hat trick against Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just put him in, and that's fine because we're not playing him in the lineup where they're going against Colorado, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't care if they score a goal. If he scores a goal or whatever like that, has a bunch of shots on net. I mean, that's nothing. I'm okay with that. Maybe he gets a hit. Maybe he gets a couple hits. Gets a couple of.
That's fine for me. Just roll it. Stats.
It's just like shots on goal. I mean,
yeah. No, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter in this lineup because we're not playing we're not playing Kemper in this lineup. So
I just like seeing this, shots on goal and having. I'm good with that. I mean, we'll set this one too.
Yep.
Seems good. And then now what you do is you go to the lobby.
And then you add them all.
Best part. Yep. Then you go to each of your contests. So you go, now I go to my premium contest. Bam. Oh, it ain't there because I got to load it. You gotta import it. Yeah, you got to do that. Hit the lobby. Hit the free entry. And your import button should be there. Boom, there's 3 of them.
So that you import all 3 at the same time? No.
I wish you could. That'd be dope.
That'd be cool.
But then you just do this. I mean, it's still simple. Not as simple as you just said, but
that'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, you could always do the CSV upload if you had the right thing to do it, but we're hand building.
Those are all in there. Hit the upcoming. Go to upcoming. Look, now I got 2 entries per. Go to the final one. That basic real quick. Man, this is a late show. All right.
Yep.
This quick and get out of here.
We got a little distracted in the middle.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, not really distracted. We got a question about,
yep.
What's awesome about SuperDraft, and we want to get people in here playing. I need to get people under you signed up, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Bam. Enter that. There's a lot. It's a lot more work now when you have 9 lineups instead of the 3 we only had before.
Yeah. Couple extra steps.
Finish that off. Go here. Go to upcoming. Should have 3 for each one. Boom. We're good. And, let's see. Anything else special? Yeah. So... And if you're also new here at SuperDraft, you can see here all the different things that they have available. So if it's highlighted here, you can see that this is highlighted almost in a green color. That means what's live, what's available to play right now. So, obviously there's nothing for football, NBA right now because they're on a hiatus for break for All-Star break game. Yep. And then, golf it'll start showing up here in a couple days.
Yeah. Speaking of All-Star game, the Steph Curry broke the record for most 3-pointers in an All-Star game tonight.
Nice.
He had 16.
Holy shit.
Team LeBron beat Team Durant 163 to 160. Welcome to the All-Star game where nobody plays defense at all.
Oh, shit. It's like any All-Star game. Look at the NFL All-Star game. Well, it's not All-Star game, but it's the same thing.
Same thing. It is an all-star game. It is different.
It's flag football all-star game.
Hey, I won 50 cents on DraftKings in the free contest.
Yes.
I had Steph
All
Curry. I
right.
didn't have him in the champion spot, captain spot, but 50 cents to 50 cents, man, for a free
We can
contest.
get out of here. I mean, just you guys just need to be on the lookout for some of the stuff we're gonna be having coming. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming, and got some people I've been in the talks with to try to bring some people on the show. Some like I always like to quote experts because nobody's really an expert. Everybody's still guessing. I mean, you're not there. You're not like, all right, I can guarantee 100% that this guy's gonna do this.
Nobody can
Okay, and
guarantee 100% anything.
then
Even the
so when
guy
I say
playing.
expert, it's like anybody that follows sports for a lot. Like I consider you an expert because like you avidly follow basketball very, very well, and you're intelligent when it comes to finding stats. You're intelligent when it comes to like being on top of shit. So to me, you're an expert.
Even the guy that's playing in the game can't even guarantee he's going to score a goal tomorrow. Okay.
Correct.
Might say it. He might shoot 10 times, but you still might not score a goal.
But yeah. So, like I said, I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate you being here with my brother. My brother. We can get out of here. We'll have some updates at least for tomorrow to make sure everyone knows what goalies to play, just in case anybody gets switched out for goalies. So I'll be posting that on my Twitter, and Ronald, I'll shoot you the link too, my brother, on Facebook. But yeah, tell everybody where to find you at, man. Tell them if you got anything going on. I know it's a little bit of a hiatus right now just because of basketball and stuff like that. But we are gonna get that Prize Picks shit going because I really have been wanting to get that going for a while, and now we have an opportunity to. And I also want to figure out the stuff for SuperDraft.
Props.
Yeah, prop picks and shit like that too, because it'd be kind of fun to do that too, at least.
Yep. So once again, you can find me on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport. You can find me on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports. Some of you may or may not be watching over on that channel at this point in time too. So definitely appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight. Obviously, if you want to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Coach Craig Sports. If you're in NFL stuff, there's going to be some stuff with NFL draft prospects coming up. Still running a little bit behind on that, but going to be watching a lot of film probably tomorrow just because ain't too much else going on tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, watch some film on some prospects coming up for football and stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that too. There's gonna be a lot of things gonna be released on my channel and on your channel. So, make sure you guys are subbed up on both our channels because it's just nice to. It just helps. It helps everyone. So, and if you're here, we'd appreciate you getting out and sharing too, because we're out here. We're just here, trying to help everyone win money. That's the point of this show. It's the whole point of the show. Making friends and bullshitting, and hopefully we can get people in here to play in the listener league and shit like that because it's gonna be a lot of fun. Boom! Look at that. Ronald just signed up. What did you sign up on? On Twitter? Did you get signed up on Twitter? Or are you talking about you got
might have just been subbed to my channel.
Yes. Love it.
I got 453 now, so there's a couple more than it was earlier today.
Love it. Yes.
Yep.
So another thing, you guys, we're gonna be doing a lot of giveaways as we, it's the off season for some other sports, and we want to do this stuff. So the more subscribers that we have, the more people that we have watching, the more stuff like that, we're gonna be able to give some stuff away and give back to our listeners and subscribers. And Ronald and David, you guys are like our main two guys, so you guys are going to get hooked up. So we appreciate you guys always being here. And you know where to find me at everywhere at JC Money Design, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. If you have Instagram, get hooked up there too, because I am doing a T. Higgins mini helmet giveaway once I get to 100 subscribers, which has been crazy. It's pretty easy. Get in there. Pretty soon here, I think I want to do another giveaway too. So I'm going to have some other things. I am doing an Elijah Mitchell jersey giveaway too. I was supposed to be doing that a little bit ago, but I kind of been getting I was getting a little lazy with getting some signups. So now that we have our own little show going, anybody that you get signed up, my brother, anybody that I get signed up, anybody that gets signed, people sign up underneath us.
Yep.
Let me know, and everybody shoot me any kind of screenshot of you getting signed up on SuperDraft. If you go out and get somebody to sign up under one of us, show me that you got them signed up, because I will get you entries into this giveaway too for the Elijah Mitchell jersey giveaway. So like I said, it's an autograph too, which is dope. So we want to give back. That's the whole point of this. It's like we want to give back for you guys being here supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he said he hit you up on Discord too.
Oh, in Discord.
That's not
he said he said I just do YouTube, Facebook.
Oh,
Can only do so many online platforms, and then Discord too.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something that we'll get to is get a Discord for our shit soon.
Yeah, I kind of set one up at one point for my channel, and then I just never used it. So
you really have to be on top of Discord.
Kind of.
But that's cool. Like I said, appreciate everyone being here. You know, it was a late show, and appreciate you guys hanging out with us. But we wanted to get this stuff in at least so you guys have some info for tomorrow, and in case you just want to get your lineup set and maybe forget, at least pay attention to your Twitter a little bit or any whatever handle. Like I said, Ronald, I always hit you up now because you're the man on wherever I can. But yeah, pay attention because that's what it can affect you in some of these, you know, DFS plays. If you're not paying attention and somebody gets pulled, then fucked.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, if you just go on one of the websites and check the goalies about like an hour before the first game starts, you should be all right.
Ronald said Discord is just AOL chat room redesigned.
Yeah, slightly tick above that, but
ASL, baby. Age, sex, location. Tell me where you're at.
Yep.
If you were around back in the day for AOL, that was the thing. All right, let's get out of here. Appreciate you guys being here. Like always, peace.
Forward, coast to coast, state to state, city to city, Florida, Dilly like the late great Biggie. Baby.
Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams.